What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, here we go, making their debut on the channel tonight. We have ALESTORM. Yes, indeed. How about that? ALESTORM making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Liz Freilich, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 45% of the vote. Moving up from number 585 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this song. It is ALESTORM with a tune called Keelhauled. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have heard of ALESTORM. I have seen them quite frequently in the comments. And I think there's this one. I think there's one more song for them in the queue. I think there's been a total of 2 actual requests for them. But I see their name mentioned all the time, and I'm looking forward to this. I've heard some good things about these guys. I've heard they're very entertaining. I've heard they're funny. But I've also heard that they write really good rockin', simple but rockin' tunes. So we'll see how this goes. This was posted by Bloodstock Festivals, okay, and the video has 49,030 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. ALESTORM, Keelhauled, Bloodstock 2018. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Let me see those hands in the air, Bloodstock! Stand before you to tell the truth most dire. There lurks a traitor in our midst who hath been voted captain. He don't deserve no mercy. We ought to shoot him with a gun, but I am not an evil man. So first let's have a little fun. We'll turn that scat roll to...
Okay. In the comments about this band, I have seen people making references to pirate metal. I hear it. I hear it. I hear that kind of a shanty feeling with this type of song. I hear it. It's working. It's absolutely working. I mean, I got no issue with anything I'm hearing right now. Let's keep going for now. There's more I want to say, but for now, let's keep going. Let's get back into this.
Drag him underneath the ship, a terrifying deadly trap. You'll kill all of the villain, or send them down to the depths below. Make that bastard walk the plank with a bottle of rum and yo ho ho. Kill all of the villain, or send them down to the depths below. Make that bastard walk the plank with a bottle of rum and yo ho ho. Go! What he has done, his sins are far too grave to tell. It's not my place to judge him, not he will burn in hell. Sharks will dine upon his flesh. Cat Davy Jones will love his soul. Drink his money, get his hat. He won't need to know where he's gonna go. But must tie him to a rope, throw him overboard. Drag him underneath the ship, a terrifying deadly trap. You'll kill all the filthy landlubber, send him down to the depths below. Make the bastard walk the plank with a bottle of rum and yo ho ho. Kill all the filthy landlubber, send him down to the depths below. Make the bastard walk the plank with a bottle of rum and yo ho ho.
This crowd is obviously here to see these guys. So they're supposedly, from what I've been reading in the comments, they're pirate metal, right? Okay, we have inflatable swords. We have inflatable pirate ships. We have inflatable ship wheels. We have inflatable anchors. The marketing on this is amazing. I mean, there are so many things this band could do to market their brand. It's fantastic. I've never heard of a pirate metal band before. I've seen bands with members that have come out dressed as pirates for whatever reason, but they're not pirate. They're not pirate metal. They're not pirate rock. They're just like the lead vocalist will come out dressed like a pirate for some reason. Now, here's the funny thing. These guys are supposedly, from what I've been reading in the comments, they even classify themselves as pirate metal. Wouldn't it be great if they were wearing pirate outfits? Good Lord. I mean, like the tunics and, you know, the knee highs, the waders and stuff. Oh my God, I could absolutely see that. I could absolutely see that. I could see these guys doing that. I wonder why they're not capitalizing on their own brand. I don't know. Maybe just because they were playing this one show, maybe they didn't. Maybe like when they play like indoors, or, you know, when they're touring, not playing a festival, they're playing like a tour. You know, maybe they do. I don't know. But maybe it was really hot that day and they didn't feel like wearing their costumes. You know, I don't know anything about this band, but I'm just thinking to myself, what a missed opportunity. But I love seeing like this inflatable pirate ship. That's just great. That's great. I hope they sold that. I really do. I hope the band sold that. Because I'm telling you right now, they're probably not making... I don't know if these guys are signed to a record label or not. If they're signed to a record label, these guys don't make anything, really, other than from live play and, if they're lucky, merch sales. So if this is sold by them, yeah, this kind of stuff, and that inflatable sword, and that inflatable steering wheel, and the inflatable anchor, and, you know, if they sell stuff like that, guys, seriously, support the band and buy it. Buy it from them. That's just great. I love it. I love the energy in this, man. Their live show is fun to watch. let's keep going here. Trying to arachnid to the roof.
Well, Lieutenant's gotta roll to a boat. Let's go him overboard. Dragging underneath the ship. A terrifying deadly trip. Yeehaw! Go Keelhauled, the filthy line of ascending down to the test below. Make that bastard walk the plank with a bottle of rum and a yo-ho-ho. Keelhauled, the filthy line of ascending down to the test below. Make that bastard walk the plank with a bottle of rum and a yo-ho-ho.
Oh man, what fun! What fun! That was fun! That was fun to watch. It really was. Kind of at a loss for words. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was ALESTORM with Keelhauled. This was a request from Liz Frelich, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 45% of the vote. Moving up from number 585 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay, I thought about it. I did. And my opinions didn't change at all. The score that I had in my head didn't change at all. Everything stayed the same. But I was able to calm down a little bit because I was buzzing, man. I was absolutely buzzing about this. I was like, this is fun. This is amazing. And the thing is, my opinion of that hasn't changed at all. It's just now I've calmed down and I'm able to say what I want to say, just level-headedly, you know. But my opinion though didn't change at all. I still have the exact same opinions. So let's get to this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This was fun, and I have a feeling, I don't know anything about these guys, but I have a feeling that's what this band is all about. Having a good time all of the time. I remember reading in the comments about this band, people making comments about them. Pirate metal was the thing I kept seeing pop up over and over again. Pirate metal and drinking songs. Well, I mean, a lot of old pirate shanties, a lot of old sailor songs were exactly about that. Were about drinking. Why? Because that's really all they had to talk about. When they were on these ships for months at a time, that's all they really had to look forward to. Why sing songs about women when you're not going to see any women for literally months at a time? That can get depressing, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, every ship had grog, they had rums, they had gin, they had, I mean, you name it, they pretty much had it. And it was a reward-based system. You know, you work really hard, you get your rations of whatever it would be. And that's fine and dandy, that's wonderful. It gives people motivation to want to work hard, and it's a reward for hard work, which was always appreciated on a sailing vessel. So, you know, it goes hand in hand, you know, being a sailor, drinking, it goes hand in hand, you know. I get a feeling this band really doesn't put a whole lot of stock into writing complex songs. If you strip this song down to a chordal structure, to a chordal flow, melodic lines, it really is not that difficult, okay? But what they're doing within those chords at the speed they're playing at is pretty tricky. I'm going to use the bass player as an example, okay? His whole thing was playing fifths. Root 5, root 5, root 5, root 5, root 5, root 5, root 5. Change notes. Root 5, root 5, root 5, root 5. Back to 1. Bum, 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 bum. Not that hard to do at a slower tempo, you know? Playing 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5. Not that hard to do, but because they were playing at the tempo they were playing at, it gets tricky. Let me tell you, it does not get easier. The faster you go, the harder it gets. And the bass player was spot on. I mean, he was absolutely spot on. Clearly a talented bassist, okay? He knows how to count, he knows how to subdivide, he knows how to anticipate without anticipating. For those of you who've ever studied jazz, you know what I'm talking about. He never jumped the gun, he never left a note unfinished. He finished every note before moving on to the next. Sometimes when you anticipate, you leave notes, as we like to say in the biz, you leave your unfinished business on the table. You know, you play a note and you only play it like half the length that it's supposed to be before you're moving up to the next. Never a good thing to do. He didn't. He finished every single note before moving on to the next. Loved it. Same thing can be said with the keyboardist. Same thing can be said with the guitar player. Same thing can be said with the drumming. What they were playing, not that difficult. At a slower tempo, it's actually pretty simple. But because they were playing at that faster tempo, it gets a lot harder. So kudos to them. They are all clearly very accomplished and very capable musicians. Gotta love it. Vocalist was a lot of fun to listen to. Some great voice inflections. Not so much impressed with the range of his singing ability, but his vocal style, his inflections, his change in tone, his change in approach, his change in attack. It was fun to listen to. He really knows how to keep the crowd engaged using 100% of the talent that he has. I loved it. Because you'll see vocalists who have this much talent and they use that much of it. He seems to me like he's a vocalist who has like this much talent and he uses this much of it. You know what I mean? I mean, he seems to be that kind of a guy. And I can absolutely appreciate that. On top of all that, the live show was fun to watch. Constant moving around the stage from the three up front. The guys in the back, they're kind of slaves to their instruments. They really can't move around a whole lot. You know, they're very limited to what they can do, the drummer and the keyboard player. But the three up front, constantly moving around, constantly switching places, constantly interacting with the crowd. And to me, that's the big one. Out of the 6 things I look for in a live show, the most important one is crowd interaction. They had that in spades. Stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction. They had all of those things. Crowd interaction, they had. I already talked about it. Showmanship, yes, absolutely. I do feel like there is a missed opportunity to play off of what they have themselves, from what I understand, labeled themselves. They're a pirate metal band. Kind of a shame they're not, you know, having some pirate attire on. You know, I think that would be very appropriate, and I think it might even help with their image, to be quite honest with you. One of the most original concepts I think I've ever heard. Pirate metal. How cool is that? I dig it. I think that's really cool. Show, and then production. Well, playing at an outdoor festival, like I've said this dozens of times, when you're playing at an outdoor festival, unless you're the headliner, you really don't have any say in production. You kind of use what is there and available. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to take the time to set up a whole bunch of things for a whole bunch of different bands. Remember, you're sharing that stage with anywhere from 6 to 12 other bands, depending on how long the festival's going that day. You know, you could be there. They're not going to be able to take your pyro off and bring another band's pyro on. You know, it's not that simple. Setting up that kind of stuff can take hours, and we don't have hours. We have 15 minutes before the next band goes on. So sorry, unless you're the headliner, you ain't getting all that stuff. So their production, very limited. Plus, they were playing in the daytime. Lights are kind of a non-factor when you're playing in sunlight. So, you know, that's a bit of a shame. I wonder what these guys look like when they play indoors or when they play at night and they're the headliners. I'd be really curious to see what kind of production these guys can come up with. I have a feeling if they are in fact a pirate metal band, I have a feeling they could have some pretty over-the-top things for their stage. Then again, maybe they have nothing. I don't know. I have no idea. I won't know until I see it for myself. Speaking of seeing it for myself, I think I need to go see these guys play live. I think I do. I think I would have a great time. They strike me as the kind of band that really knows how to put on a good live show, and more importantly, knows how to get the crowd to have a fun time. So I need to go see these guys. I've already made up my mind on that. So yeah, 8.5. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So 8.5, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make a difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.